Another early morning in Norman, 11 a.m., Baylor, Oklahoma. I'm Ryan Aber from NewsOK.com here with Jason Kersey. Jason, there's a lot of players with something to prove in this game after what happened last year in Waco, but who's your number one player with something to prove tonight?
I'm going to go with Zach Sanchez. You know, everybody knows about the Baylor offense and how they can score points in droves. So Zach Sanchez will obviously get a lot of work tomorrow. You know, he's been pretty good this year, obviously intercepting some passes, but he's also had a lot of bad games. He's given up a lot of big plays. And then you add in the fact that he was once committed to Baylor, and last year in his first experience against Baylor got blown out. I think he's got a lot to prove today.
Now, I'm going to stick with the secondary as well and go with Ahmad Thomas. Ahmad Thomas is a guy who struggled at times, especially early in the season, gotten burned some as the season's gone on, but has gotten better. But Oklahoma's secondary hasn't been pressured the way that Baylor's receivers are going to tomorrow, and Ahmad Thomas has to play better at the safety position for OU to have a chance in this game. Jason, on to the pressing question of this game. Again, a lot of things to wonder about with Baylor and Oklahoma. What's your pressing question?
I want to know how much pressure they're going to be able to get on Bryce Petty in the passing game. Bryce Petty is a great player. He doesn't have a ton of mobility, so I think that if they're able to get some good pressure on him, and that's what this defense does best, that they can really limit what he's able to do and give some relief to that secondary.
I'm actually going to turn the attention to the offensive side for OU for a little bit, and which Trevor Knight and which OU offense is going to show up. We've seen Trevor Knight the last couple weeks do a little bit more with his feet, and not only in gaining yards himself, but in finding ways to get out of the pocket and find receivers downfield after a little bit. It's going to be critical that he does that on at least some level tomorrow, because Baylor's defense is sort of a bend but don't break type defense. They'll take some chances and let you have opportunities to make shots downfield, but Trevor Knight's going to have to make things happen with his feet. Jason, our bold predictions haven't been hitting much lately, but let's try again. What's yours for tomorrow?
I'm going to say there will be more turnovers than punts in this game. I think that you know, Trevor Knight is usually good for at least 1 or 2 interceptions. I think Bryce Petty maybe throws one, and maybe there's a fumble in there, and I don't think there'll be 4 punts in this game.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with You've gone with this one. I've gone with this one before. Usually we say a name, but I'm going to go with someone other than Sterling Shepard is going to have 100 yards receiving. I think OU is going to be able to take shots downfield. Sterling Shepard a little bit hobbled after the injury last week. I think it's finally time for someone else to step up and have a big game, whether that's Deron Neal, whether it's Micaiah Quick, or even Blake Bell. Somebody has to do that sometime. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think this is the time. Jason, finally, predictions for the OU Baylor.
I went with 45-38 Oklahoma. I think the Sooners get the win at home. I do think they're a better team than Baylor this year. And the fact that the game's in Norman, we've written about this week. Baylor hasn't won a road game against a ranked team since 1991, and I don't think it happens Saturday.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that. Pretty close to the same score. I went 41-36. I think OU is going to have to score late in this game to take the win, but I think they do it, keep that Baylor streak alive. Baylor has never won in Norman, so it's going to be a big task, but should be an interesting one. Saturday morning again, 11 a.m. You can check us out every day at NewsOK.com and every morning in the Oklahoman for the best OU coverage anywhere.